Hello, Aries, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you are dealing with and needing to learn the most from right now. We are looking at all three sides of this connection. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, really looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what is the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, which we'll jump into in just a second. But I do have a different tarot deck that we'll be using for each side of this connection, as well as the advice deck that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone. So do remember to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can absolutely be swapped. So if you resonate more with the energy to my right than to my left, just know that's totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point is to take what helps and leave what does not. All right, Aries, on your side of this connection, you have commitment with temperance. I feel like you have been doing your best to patiently wait on this person's commitment. And when I talk about like commitment, it could even mean like you're married to this person and you're still waiting for them to commit to you or to commit to the connection, to put the kind of energy in that you're putting in. And I feel like you've been doing your best to stay patient and understanding and empathetic towards this person. But then on their side of this connection, they have allow for time and space with the Page of Cups in reverse. So I feel like you're trying to give them the space. I don't know if they're asking for space necessarily or if you're just trying to give it to them, because with the Page of Cups in reverse, this is an energy of them like not being emotionally available right now for some reason. And I feel like you're trying to allow for the time and the space for them to work through whatever they need to work through to become emotionally available, which can lead to a tricky situation. So we'll see what tarot has to say, because in between this connection, you have there will be a return with the Nine of Pentacles. Now, for those of you who watch my channel, you know I don't typically do these readings about, oh, this person is coming back and, you know, all will be well. But literally, you have there will be a return with the Nine of Pentacles. To me, this is looking like what you're wanting you'll receive, but I feel like there's more to that message. I do. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's more to that. So let's see, Aries, let's start with your side of this connection. You have commitment with the Temperance card. This is Aries' side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Aries' side of the connection, one more. This is Aries' side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Oh, okay. The Eight of Wands with the Seven of Swords. I feel like what's coming towards you will actually surprise you. I want more on this. Like, what is the Seven of Swords talking about? What is the Seven of Swords talking about here? Clarifying the Seven of Swords. Yeah. What's coming towards you in this connection is like, see the Nine of Swords in reverse. It's like alleviates your fears, doubts, and insecurities. I don't know if it's specifically in this connection or like fears, doubts, and insecurities that were caused by this connection or something like confirmation or something. This is the last reading I'm doing, the last zodiac sign I have for this week, and this is so different from all the other readings so far. Aries side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But I also feel, with you have the Page of Cups in reverse, Six of Pentacles, King of Swords. I feel like you've given a lot to this connection. I feel like you've given a lot to this connection emotionally. And I feel like what you've gotten back from this person is like, it's not the emotional connection you've been looking for. Like, it feels like you're giving a lot to this person and then you're getting back, like, I don't know, just not what it is that you're looking for, like emotional unavailability, essentially. This person could be really like analytic, logical, and it's like you give emotion and you get back like thoughts. I don't know, that's the best way I can say it. Like, I could see like you pour your heart out to them, and you tell them how you feel, and you all of this thing, and then they're like, I think that I like you. I think that this is a good connection. Like, it just feels like it's like, I don't know. It's interesting, the dynamic here. This is Aries' side of this connection. Aries' side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Aries' side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Yeah, so you've been disappointed here. Could be dealing with water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You've been disappointed by their emotional side. That's what it feels like. It's like maybe like you guys connect on like an intellectual level, or you have like really good conversations, but it just feels like there's been this like emotional connection that's been missing. But with them having the Page of Cups in reverse, it almost feels like they've been incapable of providing you with whatever it is that you're looking for emotionally. And that's why I feel like something surprises you. I don't know. Aries side of this connection. Aries side of this connection. Okay. The Empress in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse with the World in reverse. So you've been in a bit of a cycle with this person. You've been sacrificing a lot on your side for the sake of this person and this connection. And I feel like there's a need to make sure that the sacrifices that you're making in this connection don't start to affect you. Like, don't start to affect like your emotional or mental well-being, because yes, relationships involve sacrifice, sure, but you don't want to be the only one sacrificing, and you want to make sure that that doesn't go on for long enough to where it starts affecting you. But anyway, there's some sort of cycle going on here. It's causing this Nine of Swords. So yeah, it's like maybe bringing you anxiety about this connection, or making you feel insecure, or something. Where the heck is this reading going? Aries side of this connection. Aries side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Okay, so this person is a source of stability for you, whether that's emotionally or materially. Like, if it's, I don't know, you know what that means for you. And so you're prioritizing that, but then lacking some boundaries here. So sometimes when someone can be a source of stability for you and you're afraid of losing that stability, you won't speak up about how you feel, or you won't set boundaries because you're afraid of losing that person and therefore the stability. But if there's this quote that I saw that I I've loved ever since the day I saw it, and I mention it in a lot of my readings, it's that speaking, any loss that occurs from speaking your truth or speaking up about how you really feel isn't a loss, it's alignment. Because the true, genuine connections in your life will never make you feel bad or make you feel wrong for saying what it is that you really feel and setting boundaries if that's what's needed. And so I feel like there's this need to take a look and make sure that you're not, not setting boundaries out of the fear that you're going to lose certain aspects of the connection. Because not setting boundaries and allowing yourself to continue to be the one that sacrifices and is always putting the connection first, but never really feeling that energy reciprocated, that's going to lead to a not so good place for you. Because that's not sustainable for anybody to be in. This is Aries side of this connection. This is for Aries side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Yes, see, you're hesitating to set boundaries. Death in reverse, hesitating to make the changes to set boundaries with this person. I want to know why. I don't know if I'll be able to get that answer, but I'm going to try. Why is Aries hesitating to set boundaries with this person? Because you have the Death in reverse, hesitating to make changes. 7 of Wands, which is you need to set boundaries. And then this King of Swords energy, which they've already kind of popped up as. So let's see. Why is Aries hesitating to set boundaries with this person? One more. Why is Aries hesitating to set boundaries with this person? Because you think it's going to lead to negative changes. You think it's going to lead to the connection, to things going wrong in the connection. But here's the thing. Not setting boundaries out of hopes that the connection becomes what you want it to be is also setting the precedent and the dynamic in the connection for how things will be. So if you're not setting boundaries now, you're setting the precedent that those boundaries can be crossed at any time. So when we don't set boundaries and we don't stand up for ourselves in a connection, we are literally telling the other person how to treat us and what we are and are not willing to accept. And so you have to be careful in that sense, because fearing the loss of the connection should not outweigh you fearing the loss of losing yourself. No, that's kind of intense, but I do feel like, and I go back to that quote that I just said, any loss that occurs from speaking your truth is not a loss, it's alignment. And I'm not saying that loss would occur in this connection by any means. Maybe setting the boundaries is what leads to what it is that you want here. Setting boundaries is the perfect way to tell whether or not a connection is meant to be in your life. If you set a boundary and that boundary is respected, then that's fantastic. That means that person respects you and is willing to do what it takes to keep you in their life. But if you set a boundary and someone tells you that you're being too emotional or you're asking for too much or straight up like refuses to respect that boundary, then that is literally a sign from the universe saying this person isn't meant to be in your life. Because setting boundaries is how you teach people how to treat you. So if you don't set boundaries, you're telling people, or you're telling the person that you're dealing with, you're saying, oh, it's okay if you treat me this way. And then you're going to hope that once the commitment comes that things are going to change, and they're not, because again, you're setting the precedent for the connection. I hope that makes sense. Okay. This person's energy toward Aries, clarifying the Page of Cups in reverse, and allow for time and space. This person's energy toward Aries. This person's energy toward Aries, please. This person needs to heal, but they're lacking the tools to do so. Like, healing takes self-awareness and vulnerability, and it feels like they're lacking those tools that are needed in order for them to heal. Maybe they're spending a lot of time distracting themselves from healing or something. This person's energy toward Aries. This person's energy toward Aries, please. Because they're not really taking accountability right now. Justice in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So they're kind of they have a tendency to self-sabotage. I feel like that's their emotional unavailability getting in the way. But it just feels like they're not taking accountability for the lack of effort they're putting in this. Because I do feel a lack of effort, if any effort at all. I mean, it depends on your situation. There's definitely a lack of effort, but they're like not taking accountability for that. Maybe they just have a lot going on and they're super caught up in their own stuff, but you want someone who's willing to make an effort in the connection even when they do have a lot going on. Everyone has a lot going on. We all have a lot going on. You don't want someone to treat you well only when they're like not busy or not dealing with stuff, right? You want to be treated well all of the time. And I will always say relationships are 50-50, but that doesn't mean that both people show up with 50% every day, right? You might have 70% to give some days when they only have 30. But then that means on the days where you only have 30, they better be there with that 70. There's got to be days, you know, where you also feel like you're getting that support too in this connection. I just feel like there's so much of you giving in this, especially emotionally, and then they're just kind of giving back like bare minimum effort is what it feels like. This person's energy toward Aries. This person's energy toward Aries. They're all upside down. This person, it seems as if, kind of suck at communicating. And I feel like that can come from this emotional unavailability here. And I feel like doesn't mean you guys don't talk. There's a difference between speaking and communicating. Maybe that's what I kind of meant by like when I was talking about how you like will, you know, be very emotionally like available and honest and talk about how you feel and like what's really going on, and then they meet you with like very surface level answers or like very surface level responses. And it feels like, because communication, it takes the willingness to be vulnerable, to understand and to listen and to take accountability and to, you know, be willing to speak about how they feel and be open to accepting feedback without defensiveness. Like it really does take a lot. And I feel like maybe you're willing to communicate with this person and you give so much to this, and then they just kind of meet you with this just like, I don't know, just very just like, I don't know why I keep doing this. There's no word that keeps coming to mind. It's like they keep meeting you with like just surface level words or like surface level responses instead of actually having anything of depth. It just feels like they're really lacking a lot of effort right now. Like, I don't know. And maybe, I don't know, maybe who knows what they have going on, but you do deserve more. So make sure that you are setting boundaries appropriately. This person's energy toward Aries. This person's energy toward Aries. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this person is in a rough place right now. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, a very like unstable energy. I'm not saying they are unstable, but just like they're not very grounded. They're not very like stable. I mean, that's the best word I can think of. It's like they're very up in the air. They have a lot maybe going on, or they're just like kind of like flailing. I don't know, but it just feels like they're not present. They're not, and like you're looking for them for this commitment, but it feels like they quite literally lack the tools to give that to you, at least with the energy that they're in right now. Because, sustainable relationships take a willingness to grow on both sides of the connection, right? I just don't know if that person has this person has that. This person's energy toward Aries. This person's energy toward Aries, please. But then you have this, what's coming will surprise you. So what is that? Two of Swords. The World in reverse. Oh shoot, they're kind of at a bit of a crossroads right now. Kind of feels like they either need to get it together or they're going to lose this connection, and maybe they're starting to realize that. World in reverse with the Two of Swords, it's like they're at this crossroads. Because here they are, King of Swords again, which is how they were showing up over here. They don't have to be an air sign, but then you have the Tower and the Judgment in reverse. It's like they're having this moment of like realizing that if they don't get it together, they could ruin things here. They could lose this for good or something. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't often see that in my readings at all. Like, so they have a decision to make. This person's energy toward Aries. This person's energy toward Aries, one more. This person's energy toward Aries, please. Emperor, the Fool, and the Tower. This person's having a wake-up call in regard to this connection. The Fool, the Emperor, and yes, Emperor is Aries energy, but I'm still seeing this as like them. And then the Tower, it's like they're having this like realization, like if I don't get it together. I don't think that it's that I don't think it's they haven't like bad intentions and like they're not trying to not commit. They're, I feel like they're trying to communicate, they're trying to be vulnerable, but I feel like they literally don't know how, and they haven't put in the effort to do the healing to figure out how. And I feel like, I don't know, but they're definitely having some sort of wake up call here. And if you watch my readings, you know that I don't say that often. All right, let's see what we've got. So we're going to move on to there will be a return with the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to pull 9 different messages. An advice card to pull at the end, looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what's the best way for you to move forward in order to align with your higher self. Thank you so much, Aries, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Aries.